Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Well, let's get started. Today we have a photo, let's have a look together. What can you see here? Good. A girl. Great, what does she have? Hmm, where is she going? Good. So what's she doing? Good job, great. Yeah, well, okay, have you ever been abroad before? So the teacher here in this task will go through the whole questions and lead a discussion with the students and try to elicit some of the key concepts like, oh, yeah, I can hear someone says migrant. Good job, migrant. Migrant is the person, good. So the verb is migrate. Good job. And what's the noun? Migration, good job. That's amazing. Good, great. So the teacher here tries to encourage the students to speak freely and share their ideas. Then we will move on the next slide. Here the students will come to the board and try to guess and match the meaning of the provoking vocabulary that they may use it in the lesson for the key concepts. This task can be done also as a handout worksheet, so the teacher can give them handout worksheets and can let them work in groups to match the words with its meaning. So the teacher will have some CCQs like, are you going to match? Are you going to work alone or with your friend or in groups? Okay, well, so let's move on. We have here this task, two quotations. As you can see, we have A and B. And you will work in pairs, which means with your friend. You will read these quotations and try to discuss the questions, these 6 questions with your friend for 3 minutes. So, how many quotations do we have? Good. And how many questions we have? Great. Are you going to work alone or with your friend? Well done. Okay, how much time do you have? Yes, that's great. Let's get started. So the teacher here will move around and take some notes, and then he can provide some of these feedback as a written feedback on the board to the whole class. And then he can give some feedback also, give some feedback for the students. Okay, so let's move on. And here the next task, you will work in 2 groups. We will have 2 groups, Group A and Group B. For example, Group A, you will imagine that you were moving to a new country. So what would be the most important factors to take into consideration? So we will have here some factors. You need to put them in order. Which one is the most important in your point of view when you move to a new country? This is Group A. The same thing for Group B. You will also have some factors different than Group B. So you will try to put them in order. Which one is the most important to you when you leave your home city or country? You have 4 minutes here, and so are you going to work alone or with your friend or in groups? Good. How much time do you have? Great. Are you going to order these factors according to the least or the most? Yes, good job, great. So the teacher here will also move around and try to find some of their shortage in their vocabulary and try to push them and encourage them to put them in order. Then the teacher can give feedback to the whole class, and also he can ask them if they think most migrants move for positive or negative reasons. Because we have group A, it was positive, and group B, the negative reasons. Well, also this group, it can start with the students, they can work in pairs, then make it bigger so they can work in group of 3, then make it bigger, group of 4, and then the teacher can give feedback to the whole class. Well, so let's move on, and here again we will have some questions. The teacher will start. Do you know anyone who has moved to your own country from their country? So the teacher will encourage the students to speak and share their ideas, and we will go through the whole questions here to personalize the key concepts that they are going to learn about according to their previous experience. Well, let's move on. And here, as you can see, we have 5 pictures here for migrants who are living in somewhere else, not their home city. Well, here in this task here, you will work in group of 5 people. Why? Because we have 5 pictures here. So you will work in 5 people, in group of 5 people with your friends to discuss the questions that you can see here in your group. So you have 5 minutes to discuss these questions in your group. So how many migrants can you see? Yes. Are you going to watch? Right? No. You're going to talk, discuss these questions in your group. Will you work alone or with your friend or in groups? Sure, in groups. Good, great. Well, so the teacher here also moves around, taking some notes and giving feedback from each group. Well, let's move on. Now we have task number 5. And now you are going to choose one person, one migrant from these 5 migrants, and you will imagine that you are that person, and still in the same group that you are working with, we will have role play. So here you have 1 minute to choose which migrant you want to choose. Then you will tell your friends in your group and answer these questions here that you can see here on the board. Again, the teacher here in this task will move around, ensure that they are on the right track and they are following the instructions well. Again, after that, the teacher will have feedback from the students. Well, okay. Let's move on. Yeah, here we go. Now we have 4 statements, as you can see. You will, yes, we have only 4 tasks, 4 statements here. You will have only 1 minute. Try to guess, are these statements true or false? Just try to guess. You will work alone, you have 1 minute, try to guess, is it true or false? So how much time do you have? Will you work alone or with your friend? Good, great, okay. Great, now after they guess the statements, is it true or false, they will go and read the text. Here, now you have the text. The teacher will hand out the task here, the reading passage or text. Then the students will go again, read again, and check if their answers for the statements is it true or false. Okay. Then the teacher will get feedback from them, and the teacher will provide the right answers on the board. Well, let's move on. Okay, this is extra task. If we have time, the students, they can read the text again for specific information here to match the two parts of these two columns about the percentage. We will skip it. We will suppose that we don't have much time for it, and we will move on for task number 7. And here, as you can see, we have two words. We have the word push and the word pull. Good. Can you tell me what words can come with these two words? Which word is associated with push and pull? Just think. Ah, that's amazing. Good job. That's a good shout. I can hear someone says, push factors and pull factors. Great. That's good job. So what does it mean? Well, now we will read this text here to understand what does it mean push factors and pull factors. Then after that we will work in pairs. You will work with your friend for 3 minutes to categorize the factors down here into push factors or pull factors. So how much time do you have? Good job. Are you going to work alone or with your friend? Great, with your friend. Okay, great. The teacher here will move around and try to check their answers. Are they keeping on this right track or not? Then the teacher will give them feedback to check their answers. We have here push factors and we have here pull factors. Well, let's move on. And here is the amazing part. In task 8 here, the students will play a game called Find Someone Who. And the teacher will ask them to move around, to ask one of their friends, ask anyone as they like, but there's something so important that you can't ask or you can't write the same person again. So if you write in the name here, Ali, you can't write Ali again. You have to ask many people as possible. Well, okay. Okay, well, let's move on. And here is the last task, assessment task. So here it's supposed to be as an assignment or homework if we don't have time in the classroom. So they are going to make a presentation to the city's council that describe how migration affects negatively and positively on the hosting countries. You have to support your ideas with examples and give reason for your ideas. I guess that's all for now.